Hello, hello. So here for a quick update for Evokers. We are 2 weeks before the official release of Dragonflight. So wanted to make a quick update because there was some major change. If you forgot to watch my video upon the guide of how you play Evoker as healer, I invite you to watch it before watching this video. It's really great. There's quite some change since, so we're gonna see through it. So major change, what happened for healers is that echo is now instant. Really great. It's a great quality of life. Mostly in situation where you gotta be in trouble. No, you're not gonna be longer interrupt on echo, so you can have basic free. I find out we tested out the temporal anomaly a bit. Some people play it. If you know the streamer MMM marker, you cannot play with it. I tried it. The value is quite low, but if you want to play it, you can. If you are not a stasis player, you can play a temporal anomaly. Don't suggest to take it. I think the talent is quite low, and now it's two nearby ally. It's not that great. It's good to prevent one shot, but since they increase the maximum health on beta, you no longer need to be worried about temporal anomaly. Kinda lagging. I think they need to set it on full people that touch it to make it great. But you're gonna find out that later, maybe for the eco on RBG now. But quite frankly, status is kinda great. You're gonna see why. I found out that eco have hidden properties, a hidden technique. I mean, for healing, that change kinda everything upon how you heal. So I'm gonna show you how. So I'm gonna go down with some people that do duel. If we found one, so we found one here. For example, you set echo on someone. Here, that's the original living flame I'm gonna cast. And then I press echo. Sorry, I failed. I'm gonna redo again. Here, at the first hit, I'm gonna redo it again, and there is 3 living flame. So this is the original cast. At the moment it hits the target, I echo the guy, and then the echo of that one happen, but it's gonna re-echo again on it. So you got 3 spells that work for just one cast, 3 hits. The only spells that work is Living Flame and Spirit Bloom. The rest you can't set with Verdant Embrace because the GCD block you to do it, and you don't have time to reset it again. And since you're in movement, it also block you, so that's that part about it. They also modified Dream Breath. So Dream Breath is no longer like more you press the button, more you're gonna set more heal and reduce the cooldown. Now it's more a fixed value, and it just depends if you set the value instant or not. So you have no longer wish to play with a Font of Magic. In my opinion, there is no need. Maybe if you want a quick fire breath, a quick offensive build, but every time I saw an Evoker playing offensive and speed, every time he loses the game because he can't keep up the healing, and you don't have enough point to just set Font of Magic. I don't say just that. So yeah, Dream Breath. So not only it does, it has been changed. It's a fixed value now, whatever what you do, but it also work with echo. So like you set echo on yourself. You set wait, before we're gonna do a trick. So first, I set reversion on myself. I set echo. I got the call of his arrows that increase the Dream Breath. I'm just gonna set 1 Dream Breath, and the healing can go so high. if you got reversion and double reversion, double dream breath, I guarantee you can be stunned as much as you want. You can be CC'd, you are still alive. You are still alive thanks to dream breath and reversion, and that's what I suggest you to do if you are versus dot and you don't want to dispel. You set reversion on people, and then you can also set double echo for this one, and then you set dream breath. You got this one that got double, you got this one that got double, and double reversion. It's really great, and if you want to add even more healing on time, you set dream projection, and then you got 5 of it. They're gonna heal. One change they've done with dream projection is that now you can't let it full. That means you have to detonate manually. Before, when you were casting, you could move everywhere with your projection, and if you were interrupted or you were controlled, it would stop and detonate. Now, today, they said that you have to set manually because it was a bit overpowered. For example, if there were a paladin that were armor of justice you, so the stun, you know, the stun that can be dispelled, you could stand nearby and just dispel yourself immediately. That was a bit too strong. That was not friendly for the design of the game. So now you have to proceed manually. It's still good. One of the major talent you're gonna attack. So yeah. One thing they change also is obsidian scale. Instead of 3-minute recharge, it's half. So basically, before if you have read the guide I've done on YouTube, before, for reducing by half, you were obliged to set that talent to reduce by half. Now it's just an additional charge for this one, and so you got a lot of defensive quite often. Now it's kind of good for personal, so you can be free to use it with renewing blaze or obsidian scale apart. It's really great. And what a change also, it's no longer increasing the armor by 200%. Now it's a fixed value, 30%, that reduce the damage taken. And instead, for the armor, what they set is that on passive, they set temporary scale that you gain. No need of talent, it's passive. It's general, so also work for DPS that increase the armor. So we got kind of good armor. We got plate armor now. I mean, we got mail, but with the increase of the temporary scale, it's added to plate, so it's kind of good versus melee. Versus Marksmanship Center, you're not gonna be worried about being one-shot, sadly, because it's very strong, and if you set Obsidian Scale or you set even the Renewing Blaze right now, you can freely one-shot. If you play Marksmanship, you can F tier in terms of damage, so you don't want to play Marksmanship on Dragonflight, sadly. So back to Evoker. So what I've changed compared to the guide, I deleted Power the Nexus and Essence Attunement. The main reason I no longer take Essence Attunement for 2 stack is due you never have the time to have 2 stack on Arena. Every time I tried, it's not longer. You never met the situation, so you're gonna be fine. And for Power the Nexus, basically it's got 6 essence, but basically since you spent a lot, you're never gonna be full. You're never gonna be full, and I never met situation. Maybe on 2v2, if you want to play with more DPS, you said disintegrate. Maybe that can be cool to get 1 extra essence because you're not gonna heal much people. Not that much incoming healing. So no need of that. So you can spare Essence Attunement for the Nexus. Great. Status got so since the change of eco got more value. So for example, I set gonna set someone that is AFK. Is there someone that is AFK? I don't think there's one. Maybe Portola, because that's that one. So what you do for the trick of status for make 7 spell is that you set status after you done echo. So you echo status, then you spread bloom. At the moment of the first hit, you're gonna echo again. Here you got load, so here I heal Protpal PvP 3 times, and then I'm gonna reset an echo again. I'm not sure if you're obliged to set an echo again. I think that's optional. Depend of your latency of the game. Sometimes you're obliged, sometimes you're not, depending on the order. Then you reapply status, and the same thing, you're gonna set another echo. So here I failed because I reapplied too quick. Yeah, I reapplied too quick. I need to wait for the third spell here to set the echo. And you can heal 7 times. So here 6 times already is kinda cool. I think 7 times is kinda overheal you gotta do. So maybe on opening, it's good to know that trick to do 6 Spirit Bloom. I invite you when you got 50 the opening to do that trick to duplicate. And yeah, you can do that also for Living Flame, but Living Flame, the issue is it don't heal that much outside of the tier set. So the tier set, I don't explain on the guide because I wanted the guide to be universal depending on the season, but the tier set is you set some echo on yourself, on people, and you got a chance that it give a free Living Flame instant and extra healing. Kinda great. Stack up 2 times, so you have to set echo on many people. So here's that one, you set here myself, you set then reversion on people to have maximum proc. And then the Empower spell increase by 25, whatever the spell, so you can set, for example, a Fire Breath, boom, you get the reversion increased, critical strength. In my opinion, it's kinda okay, but don't set your mind full on it. Reversion for the critical is good for extending, but you're never gonna be able. It's good for economize your essence, in my opinion. But make sure that Fire Breath, for example, hit at least 1 charge on people if you want to make it viable. But you're gonna set it a lot of Spirit Bloom, set it a lot of Dream Breath to make it viable. So, like for example, you set Reversion on yourself, you set again an Echo, you set a Dream Breath. And you got your time bender up that you're gonna increase to set the same timer, Dream Breath and Reversion. So you're gonna be okay. So I think that's it for the update. Gonna check out. Yes, also for the masteries, it kinda change a bit. It's now more for allies. Yeah, I still think it's a problem, but you're never gonna need extra healing on yourself because you're gonna be able to heal a lot. So yeah, and so for Dream Projection, yeah, so I explained when you cast it, get the maximum value of it, but make sure at 100% you can detonate. Else you don't get the extra healing, that is quite a lot. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Temporal Anomaly, so yeah, it's kinda a bit undertuned for Arena. Even for RBG, you're just gonna use it for maybe that talent, but tested it, not that much worth it. We got way more value to burst on AoE. Sadly for Unravel, for the guide, I was like, why not? But it's kinda fixed. This build is kinda fixed, except that part where you can choose between knockback and sweep. Oh yeah, they changed a bit to the ratio. So this one, the tail sweep, where's my tail sweep on Baba here? They increase the range. And the thing why I change for tail sweep compared to Wingbit. Is the reason the versus casters being able to stop the cast while they are in air, or for example versus an evoker, if you set Emerald Communion and you bump it above with Sail Sweep, it can be great. It's good to have an extra interrupt, so if you combine this one with your Quell to have extra interrupts, it's kinda good to stop a caster prevented forecasting. It also applies the slow, so basically they kinda fix that. Before it was just wing buffet, they were just applying the slow, now it's both of them. They fixed the bug and set it on the reduced movement speed, so it's kinda good. In my opinion, worth to take the talent, of course. It's good to stop the interrupt. I didn't get used to stamina. Since they increase the health bar, you don't even need the stamina. You got enough stamina, I guess, in my opinion. And it's not gonna be 4% compared to the magic damage taken. Of course, you can change it again, like I suggested on the guide. But it's kinda overheal. You gotta overheal too much, so I suggest you to keep it like that. And yeah, so yeah, major change. So this talent also, Dream Breath, due to the change of Dream Breath to be able to set more dots. So basically what you're gonna do instead of playing a lot on burst is first you're gonna set the odds on people, then you set echo, you set for the call of C0, you're gonna set Dream Breath on 1. Just with that, you're gonna get a lot of healing. Then you set your extra echo for example Spirit Bloom for healing people. Then you got Verdant Embrace. Then you reset your echo on yourself. You reset, and here there is a gap. You have to 10 seconds. So here you can do a Living Flame with your cast, or you can cast other spell. But yeah, I think you're gonna be great. And so I tend you to use more rescue, great value for the shield, underestimated. But what also you can do with Steam Guardian is to activate your Christmoon emblem to get more value. For example, if you have Emerald Communion on cooldown, you can set a Christmoon Gladiator emblem and you set your rescue directly. So great. So yeah, there is that change. I'm just gonna check again. I think that's it. They just updated the tooltip for that one. Don't take it. For 2 talents, not worth it at all. Some want to try Greenflight. I don't suggest use that. Currently, the only use you're gonna use that is if you are a god and you want to avoid crowd control effect. Basically, don't worry, you got your Nephilim Shroud, not a problem. Maybe for Divine and Conquer, you're gonna see a lot of video on people on Arena that gonna play with Divine and Conquer. It's really good offensive. I have a more defensive play style, so this if you want to play offensive, this if you want more healing, and this if you want to prevent DH. As I said on the guide, be careful. Don't be too much hasty on that. Take yourself some experience, and you're gonna see that's often good. Chrono Loop is good, but hard to place again. And I think that it. And yeah, versus some class, versus caster like mage, you're gonna see some arcane mage and some class that can slow like decay. They're good to take a burning fate. Versus decay, this is your choice. You can take Dream Projection. So every abomination limb, you can Dream Projection and counter a lot of the burst. You're gonna get a lot of healing on that. Or if you play on 2v2, in my opinion, you can play Opponent Flight. It's good defensively. This is just for yourself. This is for your team. In my opinion, no one gonna go on you. So playing Dream Projection, good set feeling. So yeah, so Dreamflight, don't take it, not worth it. And For Dreamwalker, that can be used, but every time you use Emerald Communion, you use Obsidian Metal, and you don't have any worry about that. Sometimes the knockback fail when I'm casting Emerald Communion on beta. I don't know if it's a bug or it's just some spell that is missed, or I'm on diminished return of knockback. But basically, if you set Obsidian Metal and you have a Flying Shroud, it's okay. Be mature, yeah, of course. Disorient work, like for Paladin, or you can set Incapacitate. Be careful about that. And yeah, I think that's it for the update. And maybe that one Senspiral is kinda used, but if you want to go offensive more, you can be on that, or with a landslide. Up to you. Alright, but majority I spend more of my time. For example, I'm just gonna set some example. So for example, for that one, here it's some fail. Yeah, that's a good detail. 2 minutes 43 details. So what it look like upon. Maybe I'm gonna set some test of Rocket Shockfall. No, there is a good update. It kinda changed since last time, so I can be able to split it. But yeah. So you can set on pause if you want to check the ink source overall. Here it's a fail segment. This one is a big healing. So yeah, I saw a trick I've discovered on the beta is like you set yourself echo on maximum people. So for example here 3, you set yourself emblem, you set Verdant Embrace, and then when you set your Emerald Communion, you can increase the Emerald Communion healing with Lifeline. So it can be good if you are on RBG and you want to set it a lot of value of healing. Set yourself some Lifeline on people, and when you set Emerald Communion, you can heal by a lot. Of course, that's one trick. The second trick you can do also, like explained, is like you can 3 times Spell Boom. That is good to abuse. And yeah, I think that's it. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment. I'm still gonna make some video upon Evoker to help people to play it. There's some improvement I saw on the beta. I saw many people are improving, and I suggested the video, it worked kinda good for them. So I'm gonna continue, and yeah, I saw one change about Visage. On the guide, I teached about the 2% per 2 seconds. Now it's only work when out of combat. It no longer work in combat, so you have no value to spam yourself on human form during arena or RBG. Just outside, don't heal yourself on RBG at the end of the fight. Instead, you set yourself on human form and then you run. You're gonna heal yourself over time, since it's infinite, as long as you stay in the human form. So yeah, so that's it. Tell me if you have any question, and see ya.